Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
She is 96 and she has to look at this dangerous duplex every day. What it will take to bring this place down.
Powerful April storm ready to throw everything but the kitchen sink at us starting tonight.
All right, Ben, but first, a family heartbroken after getting the worst possible news. A Detroit man missing for days, found dead in the trunk of a car. His family had been blanketing social media hoping for the best.
As I said, it was unlike him to be out of contact for so long. And then today, the body of 26-year-old Ashton Butler was found in the trunk of a car in southwest Detroit. We've got video from the scene on Ethel Street as police were collecting evidence, trying to figure out what happened. For the latest on that, let's get to Priya Mann, who's live in southwest Detroit with more. Priya?
Well, Devin, the owner of a rental property on Ethel near Gleason, discovered the body at around 11:30 this morning. Now, he told police he was coming to check up on the home when he noticed a vehicle parked in his garage, a vehicle he'd never seen before. And when he looked in the trunk, he found the body of a young man.
It hurts so bad because I've been prepared. I just been preparing.
Melanie Brown was the last person to see Ashton Butler before he disappeared.
He's not going to leave me like this. I knew something was wrong. I was on the search immediately. I knew something wasn't right, but I had to find him.
The body of the 26-year-old man was found in this garage on Ethel Street. Butler was face down in the trunk of a black Ford Fusion, the vehicle he had been driving.
It'll be a whole week tomorrow. It'll be a full week tomorrow.
Butler was last seen on March 30th. The family filed a missing persons report with DPD on Saturday and were handing out flyers like this, including the neighborhood where his body was found.
All of these people, it's a search team. Everybody been looking for him since Thursday. I can thank everybody literally out here.
Butler was a father of 3 children, all under the age of 3.
He wanted his name to be out there as a good person.
The family believes he knew his killer.
Y'all wanted to hide his body for a reason. Y'all didn't want us to find him and bury him properly. Y'all did this personally.
And the family doesn't believe Butler was connected in any way to the home where he was found. Detroit police were actually going to hold a press conference today about the man's disappearance when news came that a body had been discovered. They're asking anyone with information who may have seen a black Ford Fusion driving around or being parked here on Ethel near Gleason to give them a call. Reporting live, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
Well, Priya, are they telling us how he died yet?
No, not yet. Police are saying that there's no obvious signs of trauma. They're going to be waiting on the medical examiner.
Yeah. All right, Priya.
All right, shifting gears a bit to the weather and an active 4Live radar right now. We got rain moving through and there's much more to come, and I don't like it, but we're talking about snow on opening
Doesn't
day.
sound right at all. Let's get over to Ben, who's tracking a pretty wild pattern right now.
Yeah, this is not going to be fun here for the next day and a half. In fact, we've got some heavy rain that's out there right now. Look at all these lightning strikes that we're getting, but that pocket of heavy rain from Howell down to Chelsea right now is really dropping some wet weather just to the north of 94, and this is just the beginning of a stretch that extends all the way down into parts of Indiana. So we're anticipating seeing some heavy rain at times all the way through the evening hours. That's just the first of a 3-prong attack. Number 2 is the snow. This is the forecast we're looking at by Friday morning, anywhere between 1 and 4 inches of snow on the ground across most of southeast Michigan. And if that wasn't bad enough, as that snow's falling, winds gusting over 40, maybe 50 miles an hour at times. This is going to be Thursday night going into Friday morning. We've got a flood watch, a high wind watch, and a lakeshore flood advisory out. We'll pinpoint those and see when things finally get better. Coming up, guys.
All right, Ben. A murder mystery unfolding tonight on Detroit's east side.
That's after a man died in the street after being shot. It happened around 4 this morning near Gratiot and Seneca. That's where first responders found the 64-year-old victim. Coco McAvoy is live there tonight. And Coco, you spoke to his family.
Yes, Kimberly and Devin. Family members identified the victim as 64-year-old Donald Kirkendall. He was found dead in the roadway here along Gratiot. His family members describe him as someone who was very loved but lived his own life. They say they hope the violence stops and that the person who did this comes forward. And we spoke to the business owner across the street, and she's hoping the same.
I have beer and wine. I sell candies.
Maddie Oliver is the owner of Monique's Party Store on Gratiot.
I think that you can't do what you got to do if you fear too much.
She has been running her business in the neighborhood for 43 years.
I've seen ups and downs. I haven't had too much of problem as far as in my business or anything, because I'm kind of stern.
But Oliver was saddened after hearing about the death of 64-year-old Donald Kirkendall this morning.
I feel sad about it, to be in that age and have to go out like that and to be found on the streets.
Police say he was shot and killed on Gratiot and Seneca near Oliver's business.
Just hope they find out who did it.
So far, that information is limited. Police say Kirkendall was found in the street with a gunshot wound to his abdomen early this morning. A motorist saw him, pulled over, and called 911 before moving his body out of the roadway. Oliver is praying the violence will soon end and wants the person who killed Kirkendall to come forward.
You have to think on yourself, too, because in fact, suppose something happened to you and your family, then you want somebody to speak up.
A very good message, and anyone with information is asked to call the Detroit Police Department. Reporting live this afternoon, I'm Coco McAvoy, Local 4.
Coco, I know you talked with the family. Do they have any idea why this would have happened to him?
Well, family members were saying they believe that he possibly gotten into an argument of some kind with an acquaintance, but Detroit police, they say they don't have any suspects at this time. They are interviewing people to try to get to the bottom of this, but they really need the public's help on this one.
Yep, and if you know anything, speak up, indeed. Coco, we appreciate it. Devin?
Today, strong words from President Trump condemning the recent chemical attack in Syria as an affront to humanity, saying it cannot be tolerated. All this as the president prepares to discuss another hostile regime, and that's North Korea. I want to warn you about the report that's coming up. You're going to see more of these very disturbing images out of Syria. Blaine Alexander following the developments for us. Hey, Blaine.
Well, Devin, hello to you. You know, it was really those troubling images from Syria, especially the deaths of so many children, that the president says today really had an impact on him personally. And now he says his attitude toward the Syrian regime has changed.
And His Majesty,
Standing beside the visiting King Abdullah of Jordan, President Trump using much of the joint news conference to issue his strongest words to date against the Syrian regime.
It crossed a lot of lines for me. When you kill innocent children, innocent babies, little babies, with a chemical gas that is so lethal.
The disturbing images from Syria flooding airwaves here at home, prompting an emotional call by UN Ambassador Nikki Haley.
Look at those pictures. We cannot close our eyes to those pictures.
And shouts from Capitol Hill.
Mr. Assad needs to be held accountable for his war crimes.
This needs to become a priority.
The president himself vowed to make it a priority, blaming Assad, but also his predecessor for not taking a tougher stance.
I think the Obama administration had a great opportunity to solve this crisis a long time ago when he said the red line in the sand. And when he didn't cross that line after making the threat, I think that set us back.
But in 2013, in a flurry of tweets, then Citizen Trump urged President Obama not to take action, writing, "Do not attack Syria, fix USA." This on the eve of President Trump's anticipated summit with Chinese President Xi Jinping, almost certain to top their agenda, North Korea, which overnight launched yet another ballistic missile into the Sea of Japan.
Also today, a shakeup at the White House. Chief advisor to the president, Steve Bannon, now removed from his role on the National Security Council. For so many people, it was a controversial appointment to begin with. In Washington, Blaine Alexander, Local 4.
All right, Blaine. Pilot is safe after an Air National Guard fighter jet crashed in Maryland.
The Air Force said the pilot was on a training mission in an F-16 from Joint Base Andrews. The plane went down a few miles from the military facility there. Officials say the pilot ejected himself before the crash and safely parachuted to the ground, only suffering minor injuries. On Detroit's east side, an apartment building caught fire twice this morning. The first fire happened about 2:30 on the first floor of an apartment located on Moraine. About 4 hours later, the apartment caught fire again. Still no word on what caused those fires. Fortunately, no one was hurt. Well, today, Mayor Mike Duggan spoke about how the city is making moves to stabilize and strengthen Detroit neighborhoods through the Fitzgerald Revitalization Project.
The city has some key partners on this. They're teaming up to invest $4 million to renovate 115 homes, landscape 200 plots, and create a new park in the Fitzgerald neighborhood near Livernois and McNichols.
We're doing neighborhood revitalization to keep the neighbors here who have stayed here through the tough times and improve the quality of the neighborhood.
The Fitzgerald Revitalization Project expected to break ground in the spring. It'll take place over about the next 2 years or so, but one of many projects supported by the $30 million Strategic Neighborhood Fund announced by the mayor in his State of the City address.
That was one of the many complaints that people wanted more focus on the neighborhoods, and he's doing it. So, all right, here's Nick Monticelli with a look at what he's working on. Nick?
Nearly 200 people across the state of Michigan who work at Family Dollar stores are going to be out of a job, but it's not all of them. It really depends on who owns them. I'll explain.
Also, new revelations involving Dr. Larry Nassar. Ahead at 5, court documents reveal what he planned to do even in the midst of the sexual assault investigation. Sean?
A Detroit woman is 96 years old, and she has to look at this dangerous duplex every day.
Down, Holloway, smooth over.
Next, who owns it and what it's going to take to bring this danger down.
Tonight, new at 6.
A little boy saved from a scary situation, but now his mother is nowhere to be found. At 6, what the family who's now caring for the child think may have happened.
Plus, hear from a woman who says she got a crucial piece of information from her fitness tracker that may have saved her life.
At 96 years old, Melissa Jones says she feels like her community has let her down and she needs help.
That's because of what's right across the street from her house on Detroit's west side. Let's take a look at it here. It's a duplex left there, basically rotting for years, driving others out of the neighborhood and acting as a magnet for crime.
It's happening on Prairie Street. That's near West Warren and Livernois. And our Sean Lay went to check it out and to talk to Miss Jones. Sean?
Devin, we've done the research also on the building directly across the street from Miss Jones's home. Here it is, a dangerous duplex. This place privately owned. The city does not own this particular piece of property. Privately owned, but that private owner passed away a few years ago, making this a very complicated situation for this 96-year-old woman. Melissa Jones is 96. Her secret to her longevity?
Treat people right.
Treat people right.
Try to do the best you can with them.
She, her family, and her neighbors want Miss Jones to be treated right by something being done about the dangerous duplex directly across the street from her on Prairie. A building so bad that when her niece visits, she puts on a surgical mask.
And like now, I smell gas from the home, and so I have to put the mask on because it gives me a headache like I have now.
There is one thing Miss Jones would like to see with this hazard.
Down, Holloway, smooth it off. And maybe somebody would buy and grow grass on it.
But the house is privately owned. The owner is deceased. Neighbor Rushan Long goes to city meetings alerting anyone she can about the problem, fighting for Miss Jones.
They fought for us. It's our turn to fight for them.
But who to fight? The city doesn't own the duplex. Bottom line, Miss Jones' great-granddaughter, she's in tears talking about the duplex.
So I'm scared a dog might come and chase me down there, or when I'm riding my bike or something. I'm just like really scared.
They could take care of downtown, but they can't take care of the neighborhoods. And that's all we're asking.
Back here live, this thing still sitting here. We have alerted the city to it. They say they can look into using some, perhaps some emergency demo funds to take care of this one. But for right now, it's still here. Back to you guys.
And Sean, this isn't the only problem here, is it?
You know, take a look down right down the street here on Prairie. You've got vacant buildings where they've been boarded up and torn off. You've got a burned building there, a large apartment on the very end of the corner there, wide open. Lots of dangers here. Neighbors here are saying they would certainly like some attention as well.
Yeah, indeed. Okay. Sean, keep us posted.
Ben, they're telling me that we've alerted some of our photographers that they need to get the mask down on some of the live trucks because we got bad stuff starting to roll in right now.
Yeah, we've seen dozens of lightning strikes just within the last hour on 4 Live radar, and this is just the start of what is going to be a rough stretch of weather. So let's get first to the watches that are out right now. We've got 4 counties that are going to be under a flood watch. This officially goes into effect for Thursday evening for Livingston, Genesee, Lapeer, and Sanilac counties. This is the area where we could see rainfall totals approaching 3 inches, a little bit less further south, but everybody is going to get soaked. Starting tonight with those showers that are out there. Tomorrow morning through Friday morning, a high wind watch for Sanilac and St. Clair counties. We showed you at the top of the show, 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts expected there. And with those winds coming off the water, that could be causing some flooding right along the lakeshore, and that's why a lakeshore flood advisory is in effect for St. Clair County. That starts 11 a.m. tomorrow through 8 p.m. on Friday. So here's what's going on out there right now, and you can see we looked at some of that heavy rain that's really starting to move through parts of Livingston County. The lightning is out ahead of it. There's nothing severe right now, but this is definitely going to be seeing those lightning strikes and hearing the thunder as this round comes through, and this is just the start. You look down south, and there's a whole lot more wet weather to go all the way down into the Ohio Valley, stretching into the Tennessee Valley as well. So we'll see pockets of heavy rain tonight, and then that will eventually transition to snow. So here's the timing of it. As we get through about 10 o'clock, that's when the heaviest of the rain we expect is going to be on top of us. That batch moves north at about midnight or so, and then we'll be with off and on rain throughout the overnight and through the day on Thursday. There's the rain snow line that's going to be carved out from the thumb right down through central parts of Michigan. Temperatures hitting their highest point, I think, right about here at 10 o'clock tomorrow. And then as the mercury slides, watch the snow slide in as we're expecting accumulating snow. And we'll get to that in your 4-zone forecast in just a minute. 11 o'clock tomorrow night is when we expect the fastest winds to be in here. We put the pressure pattern around that low, and where these lines get closer together, that's where those winds are going to be at the fastest peaks. And we're looking at 50-mile-an-hour plus winds, especially in the northern sections of southeast Michigan. So the snow wraps up through the night Thursday and into early Friday morning. The good news is it does look like it'll be out of here by 8 a.m. on Friday. So opening day looking dry at Comerica Park, but there's going to be snow on the ground across the area, and we'll look at that now in your 4-zone forecast. Lowest totals will be in our south and metro zones. I don't think we'll see much more than an inch, maybe up to 2 here towards M59. It's going to be wet. It's going to be slushy. And with mid 40-degree temperatures expected on Friday, it's not going to last very long. Less than an inch across the south zone. Slightly higher numbers out there in Lenawee County, as you'll be the first to see that snow as we get into Friday, or I should say Thursday afternoon and evening. Numbers rising towards the northern extent of the west zone, 2, 3, 4 inches of snow in parts of Livingston and Genesee County, and we'll see those numbers in our north zone too. There may even be a pocket where we see more than that across parts of Sanilac County as all that stuff comes in off the lake, bringing a lot of moisture with it. So 45 is what we're looking at for a low temperature tonight. And again, the heavy rain will be with us through the evening, becomes a little bit lighter overnight. Tomorrow, off and on rain. The snow doesn't really get started until we get to about this time tomorrow. That's when temperatures will be cold enough that we'll see that transition. Winds 25 to 35, gusting as high as 50 plus, especially north of the city. Everything calms down for the weekend. 57 and sunshine on Saturday, almost 70 degrees on Sunday, and we will get to our warmest point on Monday when we are expecting to see some more rain. But hey, we've got a great weekend ahead of us on Saturday and Sunday.
Get past all this.
Just enjoy that, because these next couple of 2 days are going to be rough.
Man, okay. Let's check in with the doctor.
Walking Davy, you get your steps in. Coming up, I'll show you how one local doctor is using his daily walks to stay in shape and inspire others too.
All right, Frank, but first he just walks right up and pulls a gun. What this Dearborn bank robber did not get away with and how you can help find him next. Hank?
Parking imposters may be looking for you on opening day, how you can avoid getting ripped off. Plus, with all the construction downtown, just where can you park? Help me hang tomorrow, starting at 5.
Dearborn police need your help finding a bank robber. We've got video of the robbery at Comerica Bank Tuesday morning. You can see the man point a gun at the clerk before he looks around to see if anyone's watching, but he eventually left without any money. Now, Comerica Bank still offering $2,000. That's real money for information leading to the man's arrest. If you recognize him or know anything about the robbery, call Dearborn Police. A well-known public relations professional from Macomb County expected to plead guilty on child pornography charges.
We're talking about 61-year-old Phil Frame. He's charged with more than 70 counts related to child pornography. Frame is also facing similar charges in U.S. District Court in Detroit. This after thousands of images and videos were seized last year from his home. The charges carry a penalty of 5 to 20 years in prison. Popular food and cafe chain Panera Bread sells for $7.5 billion.
The buyer is JAB, which already owns Krispy Kreme, Keurig, Pete's, and Caribou Coffee. A lot of coffee. The purchase includes Panera's more than 2,000 locations. It generates about $5 billion a year in sales. JAB will also assume the chain's $340 million debt. Panera will go from being public to back to being a privately held company.
New at 5:30.
Police raided his pot shop, seized his bank accounts, and charged him with crimes.
They arrested me and told me I'm being charged with selling marijuana because I own a dispensary.
Now the criminal charge has been thrown out by a judge, but he still can't get his money and stuff back. What prosecutors and police say about this controversial case.
A sexting scandal rocks the Upper Peninsula. Hundreds of high school students caught up in it. So why isn't anyone going to jail?
14 Family Dollar stores across Metro Detroit are closing. They'll be closed by the summer, but which ones and how to determine which ones are going to get shut down?
It's dinner time. Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5:30 starts now.
Metro Detroit dollar stores closing up shop. Over a dozen locations in Metro Detroit alone. And for some shoppers, they say it's like losing a critical lifeline. Nearly 200 Michiganders will be out of a job this summer, and more than 100 of them are from Metro Detroit.
And they all work at Family Dollar stores that are going to be closing at the end of June. As Nick Monticelli reports, which Family Dollar stores are closing depends on who owns them.
Well, this Family Dollar on Verner on Detroit's southwest side is one of the ones closing because it is owned by Dollar Express. But who owns it makes a difference. For instance, this Family Dollar less than a mile away is owned by Dollar Tree, and they are not closing.
Didn't know what the heck was going on. Because I was going to ask them this morning when they opened.
This may sound like an exaggeration, but it's not. Carol Croteau goes to the Southwest Detroit Family Dollar store 4 to 6 times every day.
They're like friends because I see them 4, 5, 6. She goes, you might as well live here.
But those friends will soon be looking for work. This store is one of 14 in Metro Detroit closing. Locally, 126 employees will be laid off. In Michigan, a total of 24 stores will shut down, with 186 people out of a job. They are closing on June 30th. Some will be rebranded as Dollar Generals. Others will be permanently closing.
It's shocking. You know, of course it's going to shock anyone. But like I said, as long as I wake up every morning, anybody who knows you will tell you. She's always got a smile on her face.
In order to keep her job for the next few weeks, this employee could not go on camera, but says they found out a short time ago and were hoping this store might be one of the ones rebranded. You were saying this store is pretty busy.
It's a nice store. I enjoy it. I enjoy it. My customers enjoy me.
Some have a hard time believing this one will reopen, given there's a Dollar Center next door, a Dollar Tree across the street, and that other Family Dollar less than a mile away. On Detroit's southwest side, Nick Monticelli, Local 4.
Total of 323 stores are closing nationwide. 2,700 employees are going to be laid off. A Detroit woman faces murder charges for a deadly crash on Woodward.
Last month, police say Kelly Stock was driving while intoxicated and speeding when she hit a pickup truck driven by 72-year-old Benny Sims. Sims was killed in that crash. Stock and a female passenger both suffered serious injuries. This week, she was arraigned on several charges in connection with the crash, including second-degree murder.
Violent weather, again targeting the middle of the country. It's been a theme.
It has been really challenging for so many people. Tornadoes, hail, flooding rains all are part of a system threatening millions across the southeast. Atlanta continues to be in the middle of it all, and forecasters warn the worst could still be on the way. Watches continue across the southeast tonight and in many places for the second time in just 3 days.
The odds of it hitting us twice, so it's already hit us once.
The most severe weather is expected later this evening. It's part of a system that will threaten multiple states as it moves to the northeast.
And that weather in the southeast includes, of course, Augusta, Georgia. It's a big weekend there for the Masters. The par 3 contest had to be canceled for the first time because of the weather.
Yeah, it has not been good. They need the sod father to go from
right.
Chicago down there to Augusta. Take a look at some of those warnings that are out right now. These are south of the Masters down there. You can see, though, those severe thunderstorm watches in effect there. You get up towards Athens and Atlanta, they've got flood watches in effect. Those are the dark red boxes, but the rain just now starting to exit Augusta, and when you follow this line north, everything here is severe all the way up into southern parts of Indiana. In fact, there's a tornado warning right there on the Illinois-Indiana border. That's pretty much where the severe weather stops, but not the rain. We're on the north end of this, so of the laundry list of problems that we've got, at least we're not looking at severe weather. We've got quite a bit of lightning out there, very unstable atmosphere, but when you start interrogating some of these storms and slice through them, these are very low top. These are barely reaching 20,000 feet in the air, so they're not very strong, just producing lightning and definitely a lot of rain. We'll see that rain pick up as we get through the evening, and that could cause some problems. We'll look at our flood watch and the rest of the snow, wind, everything coming up in a few minutes, guys.
All right, Ben. A U.S. intelligence official says the deadly gas attack in Syria was indeed a chemical attack. Now, Russia is also claiming that the attack happened when a terrorist ammunition depot was targeted in an airstrike by Syria's army. There are also claims that Syrian President Bashar al-Assad ordered his army to fire the banned chemical nerve agent sarin into the area. Syria's army is denying the allegations. Doctors say that while the testing hasn't yet been complete, that's what the evidence would seem to suggest, that it was sarin. The death toll is now up to 83, including 25 children. We're learning former Michigan State University physician Dr. Larry Nassar planned to return to his clinic even as the school's sex assault investigation was going on.
According to court documents obtained by the Lansing State Journal, Nassar told university officials he planned to begin seeing patients again in July 2014. That's 2 months after the school opened an internal investigation into those sexual assault claims. Nassar had not been cleared of the allegations. Meanwhile, lawyers for Nassar's more than 80 accusers are now challenging a gag order in that case. From East Lansing up to Marquette County, where no charges will be filed in a sexting scandal involving hundreds of students. A state police investigation found students from 6 communities were sharing explicit photos of themselves with each other on social media. The county's prosecutor says he will not file charges in the case, saying while activity of the students may have been criminal, it's not what child pornography laws were intended for. Well, everyone is okay after a cargo ship crashed into riverfront houses over in Thailand.
Yeah, the crew says the ship suffered an electrical problem, and that caused them to lose steering. And that's when the ship ran aground and collided with 4 buildings. Buildings, as you might imagine, badly damaged, and as you can see, at least one of them totally demolished. The ship suffered just minor damage, and it was allowed to continue once its electrical problem was fixed. Detroit police officers joined with the American Heart Association for National Walking Day. In fact, it's the 2nd year. Chief James Craig led officers in a walk around Detroit Police Headquarters. National Walking Day encourages everyone to get out and walk at least 30 minutes a day to reduce the risk of heart disease and stroke. And DPD headquarters is now big enough that it probably takes almost 30 minutes to get around.
It is pretty huge.
Now, the best part of walking for fitness is that you can do it just about anywhere.
That's right. While many people use the excuse, oh, they don't have the time, Dr. Frank McGeorge is here with the story of a local surgeon who not only squeezes in a regular walk, but he's found a way to inspire others.
That's exactly it, Karen and Evan. You know, on the scale of people who could claim that they don't have time to walk or exercise, surgeons may have a pretty good excuse, but one local doctor takes health very seriously and demonstrates by example the simple benefits that walking can bring when you work it into your day. When Henry Ford Hospital General Surgeon Dr. Ahmad Abu Abbas was a resident, free time was a luxury.
I was always on call, you know, and I didn't have a chance to exercise at all. So one night I was like, what can we do for exercise around here?
And necessity being the mother of invention, sort of, he turned to the simplest solution.
Like, let's do the stairs. That sounds like good exercise. And it was really good.
The main clinic building at Henry Ford Hospital is 20 flights of stairs, which he climbs in 10 minutes.
The best workout is turns out to be where you work, basically. You have those 10 minutes downtime.
For a surgeon, that downtime happens between surgical cases.
You feel more fit, you know? Like I remember the first few times, it's tough. It's not easy to go up 20 flights of stairs. But now it's so easy for me. Personally, I had great results because when I started doing it, I was doing it 2-3 times a day, every day. And I lost like 20 pounds in 3 months. I didn't change anything else.
And as other people saw him succeed, it took on a life of its own.
I have the nickname AAA just because of my initials. So people started calling it AAA Challenge. Everyone nowadays who goes up there, they write their name up there and they sign next to it. And definitely there are a few names from surgeons to nurses to housekeeping that do it routinely.
Now, while the groups at Henry Ford climb stairs, it doesn't have to be stairs. Walking a level surface is just as good for you. Just be consistent and try to maintain as vigorous a pace as possible.
Yeah, not running, but it needs to be slightly aerobic, right?
Exactly. You should not necessarily feel short of breath, but you should have just a little bit of difficulty carrying on an ordinary conversation while you're doing the walking. I guess that's the simplest way.
That's why it pays to walk with somebody, and that'll keep you
understanding
where you are on
Exactly. And you can talk, but just not, you know, blah, blah, blah.
How was that?
And also, you can also incorporate, just avoid the elevator, the escalator. Every time you need to go somewhere, try to just...
Simple things.
A couple things you can do through your day. All right, thanks, Doc. Well, friends and family are congratulating a teen as she was just awarded the Prudential Spirit of Community Award for starting her own charity.
17-year-old Sarah Maizano created SKIP, and that stands for Supporting Kids in Pain. Year-round, she sends care packages to children who are in the hospital. This started back in 2012 when she collected gift donations for the children at St. Jude Hospital, and now 5 years later, she is sending out SKIP packages across the country, trying to spread a little joy.
I hope that they're happy and smiling, and I hope it makes them feel good to know, someone else is thinking about them and someone else is hoping for the same thing they do.
And if you're inspired to help out, interested in donating to SKIP, you can find out how by visiting our website. We've put a link at clickondetroit.com. Good.
Some amazing customers. I should say some Amazon customers could soon be in for a refund, and that would be kind of amazing as well, right?
Amazing.
You never hear about
New
that.
here at 5:30, what the company is getting ready to do after adults were forced to pay for something that their kids actually did.
And talk about making a huge mistake, what one hospital worker did as a treat for coworkers that made 6 of them really sick.
A dispensary dilemma. A judge threw out the criminal charges, but the prosecutor says this fight is far from over.
A favorite